Money's moving to me. I'm a millionaire. Money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it.
Hey, beautiful people. Great day to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, great evening, depending on where you are in the world and when you are watching this video. If you are watching me live right now, go ahead and type in the chat. Let me know where you are chiming in from this morning. Rep your city, rep your country. Let me know where in the virtual building you are chiming in from today. And I do not plan to be before you long, but I had to come on here and say this. This is going to be one of those, you may not be able to say amen, but you're going to say ouch. But either way, it will bless you if you let it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started with my intro as I always do. My name is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled, single mom to a two-time #1 best-selling author with books that were in the bestsellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life, relationship, and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, international speaker, and the protege of the legendary Les Brown, a Forex trader and investor. And I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while creating wealth and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer, and my faith is exuded in all that I do. All right, so as you can see in the title of this video, I'm about to say some things that may not feel so good for some people. But I trust that it will land on the right ground to birth the right harvest. I am constantly seeing how there are so many people that have the greatest potential. There's so much they could actually be doing. Opportunities are presented to them. They're totally gifted, yet and still they find ways to sabotage their success. I watch people get started and do things. I see them win and then they stop. I watch people get into relationships that could be thriving relationships, yet find a way to mess it up. I find people that write their goals, say they're coachable, and then they go left. I'm here today to ask you, can you please stop self-sabotaging yourself? I'm here today to ask you, can you please stop starting, then stopping? I'm here to ask you today, can you please stop saying you want something, but then not really do the work? Because as a coach, as someone who has been put on this earth to help you get to your destination, I actually want to see you win. But I cannot watch people say they want to do something different with their lives and then do absolutely nothing consistently. You deserve to have the life that you say you actually want. You deserve to have the time freedom you want. You deserve to have the financial freedom you want. You deserve all of that. But if you are not going to be consistent in your pursuit in manifesting these things, there is no one to blame but yourself. When you look at the numbers statistically, from those who are wealthy, the top 1%ers, to those who are not, the difference in all that you will find is their mindset, which then leads to their work habits, their work ethics, and their ability to be consistent. That's it. Literally, that's it. But then when you look at the numbers, you're like, wow, that's crazy how literally 1% of the world is literally dominating the 99%. But when you look at how the 99% think, you see exactly why the gap is there. We have got to do something different to have different results. And we have to learn how to push past pain. Oftentimes we get stuck somewhere because of how we're feeling. We're stuck somewhere because of how things may not go in the time frame in which we want them to go. Sometimes we let past experiences, whether they be good, bad, or indifferent, keep us from where we actually ought to be going, and that we never reach our end goal. But if we start to reprogram our minds to understand and to expect that life challenges will take place, things will be presented to you that may not necessarily feel like they're in your favor. But those are never indicators for you to quit, to stop, or to not move forward. If anything, there should be confirmation that you are on the right path. I was listening to someone the other day, and they're a very successful businessman. And he was saying how in life you can either choose the emotion or progress. You could choose the emotion or progress. And so I sat and said, okay, let's see where he's going with this. He then went on to give the analogy of going to the gym. He said, you could go to the gym and you could start, lifting weights. And literally your body's saying, this is too hard, this hurts, my arms are burning, you need to stop. And at that moment, you can stop lifting weights because the emotion, the feeling is so strong and you drop the weights. But then what happens is the moment you decide to do that because you felt like it was too hard is the moment you no longer have the progress. Because progress would be now you have the aftermath of strong arms, biceps, the muscles that you actually wanted. You can't get to that place to have the muscles and the arms and the flex that you want because the emotion was so strong, you chose the emotion over the actual progress. And so when he said that, I said, "Ooh, that's good." And it's so true. Today is a perfect example of that. This morning, when I was working out with my crew, he had me doing all these arm exercises, and I felt like my arms were about to fall off. Do you hear me? My arms were burning, but not only were they burning, it literally felt at certain points that I could not lift the weights. It was like so hard to do. But he was there pushing me and enforcing and reaffirming that I could actually lift the weights. So at that moment in time, I had the opportunity to either choose the emotion or choose progress. And progress is lifting the weights with my arms burning, feeling as if it couldn't be done, knowing that it could because I'm going towards progress. In your life right now, if you were to do a self-evaluation, can you honestly say that you've chosen progress over emotion? Can you honestly say that the direction in which you're moving in is leading you to becoming better, or is the emotion making you stop? Did you get upset with someone? Are you tired? Are you depressed? Are you discouraged? What is it that's stopping you from becoming the highest version of yourself? What is it that is causing you to start things and then not finish them? What is causing you to not reach your goals? Because I need you to stop making excuses and I need you to stop missing out on opportunities that can literally change your life. I was watching someone just the other day, and they were trying to find and maximize 5% of what could go wrong. They knew that 95% of what they could be doing could be beneficial to them, but they wanted to maximize the 5% that could go wrong. Immediately, that tells me that this is someone who is stuck in their past, stuck in fear, stuck in lack. And because they are mentally stuck in that place, nothing physically can come out of that will be of benefit to them. I need you to stop thinking small. I would hope that you would stop self-sabotaging yourself. And I would hope that you would be willing to do whatever it takes to get to your end goal. There is so much that God has placed inside of us. There are so many words that he has spoken over us. And the fruition of any of those words or actions coming to play is all based on us. It has nothing to do with God. Jesus said it was finished. The work, the assignment, it was finished. All of that is done. And it's for us to now realize and recognize that we are co-creators with God. We are co-creators with God. And so we have to now do our portion to what can initially be preordained and destined for us to actually have, experience, be. It's up to us. And the moment that you decide that you're going to soar, the moment you decide that you're going to win, the moment you decide that nothing can stop you, even if you have moments of pausing, the moment you decide that you're going to get there regardless, it's going to get done. The time frame, that varies. But what is sure is that it's going to get done. I was having a conversation with my crew today, and I was telling him how I was upset about something. I was upset about how yesterday, I did really well yesterday with my eating. So, one of my biggest issues when it comes to nutrition is not eating enough, right? And enough probably like, what? Huh? That's my issue. I have a challenge with actually eating the amount of food that I'm supposed to eat, which then means my metabolism slows down, which then means I'm storing fat. So it's a whole process. And so yesterday I was proud of myself because I finally actually ate 3 meals. And they were all health, fruits and vegetables and vegan products. And so I had my gallon of water. I was like, oh, I am doing the dang on thing. And then I got on the scale today and I was like, what? Why is that this thing barely moved? I was pissed. I'm not even gonna lie to you, right? So I was speaking to him and I was sharing some of my frustration. But then the frustration changed. And then something inside of me, the true nature of who I am says, regardless of what happened, doesn't matter, because one thing that's not gonna happen is I'm not gonna quit. And I'm going to get to where I need to go. That is what's definite. It may be what I experienced yesterday, but one thing for sure is I don't stop, I don't quit, and I'm going to get exactly what I want. That is my mindset. So, in spite of the frustration, the disappointment that I experienced, my decision is I'm moving forward and I will have exactly what I say. When you get to that point in your life, regardless of what it is that you are aspiring to create, it has to come. The people have to show up. The money has to show up. The assignments, whatever is needed to facilitate what it is that you want, it has to show up. And so you get into that frequency where all of those things reside, all the blessings, everything you want, everything you have been promised is already somewhere in the spiritual world. It exists. And so we fight to stay in that frequency in our mindset, in our decisions, in the way we speak, and how we act, so that way we could bring it into the world in which we live in. And the moment we lose sight of that, you get right back in. Create your emotional first aid kit, create your tribe, your community, whatever you need to remind you of who you really are, what needs to be done, and so that way you get back to where you're supposed to be to manifest what it is that you want. Everything is internally within us. We decide how this life looks like for us. Now, while we may now realize that we've relinquished our power sometimes into the hands of other people or circumstances, the truth is we always have the ability to decide how we're going to respond and or react. It takes longer sometimes in some things, but the truth is it's always up to us. And as we choose to grow in this thing called life, we mature, we get stronger if we choose to grow, right? But ultimately, we become the better version of ourselves. And so if you were someone that quit on yourself in whatever area it was, I'm going to challenge you today to get back to you. I'm going to challenge you today to put your boots on and get going. I'm going to challenge you today to recommit to your goals. I'm going to challenge you today to recommit to whoever you have initially made a covenant with. No more excuses, whether they're valid or not. No more excuses. Stop trying to find ways for things not to work and focus on how well they can and will work. Everything's within the mind, and which ultimately comes from your belief. So build your belief, change your thoughts, and ultimately you will change your life. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing day. If you would like to work with me personally so I can help you grow your money, get your health right, live an optimal life of pleasure, self-care, success, and have passive income and portfolio investments while obtaining your purpose, you need to get in my inbox immediately. If you're watching from YouTube, you can email sharitaleon@gmail.com or find me on Facebook, inbox me, and I'll be more than happy to assist you. You all have an amazing day. And until next time, only believe until the end and go get your life. Be blessed.
I'm a millionaire, money better cases. I ain't gotta change.